Hi everyone, welcome back. As you guys know, right now I'm doing a Tarte holiday sets series on my channel. This is part 2 of 3. Before Tarte, I did the Too Faced holiday sets, which I had so much fun doing. I thought they were super cute. I was only disappointed with one palette from some of their holiday sets, but everything else was super cute. I really liked it. So that got me excited to do more holiday set series for you guys, and so I decided to do Tarte. Today I have cheek palettes for you guys. This set includes 3 cheek palettes. There's a highlighter, a blush, and a bronzer. The packaging is super flimsy. It came broken, but the palettes themselves are pretty sturdy and really cute. I love all the colors, the white one, green, purple, really beautiful design on them. They look really nice when I'm holding them in my hands. I want to show you guys some swatches, compare these palettes to see is there enough variety between them, in which case one person can have all 3, or are they pretty much the same, in which case they might be more suitable for gifting. So we're going to do swatch comparisons, and I'm also going to try to put as much as I can on my face and do a try on for you guys too. So without further ado, let's get started.
Here is the white one, here is the purple one, and here is the green one. And here they are, all together side by side. I'm going to start with this pink matte blush from the green palette. I felt like it was a little bit patchy and I kept trying to put it on and it was blending away. On the other cheek, I'm putting on the blush from the white palette. It has a little bit of a sheen to it, and I think it applied beautifully. Here's the matte one. Here's the light pink sheen one. And here they are side by side.
I found this one to be a little patchy, as if it was coming off when I try to build it up. But the other one looks really smooth and applied beautifully. Here are the highlighters, and I feel like they look very much alike. And here are the bronzers. This is from the white palette. It's called Soft Bronze. And then the lower one is from the green palette. It's a little bit darker and it's called Warm Deep Bronze. With a highlighter, the first one is called Champagne, and then the second one is called Warm Gold, but they look very similar to me. And then for the blushes, the top one is called Pink Luster, which is from the white palette, and the bottom one is called Matte Coral. Bronzer from the white palette. Because it's lighter, I want to see how it looks on my skin color. Yeah, I think it works. To take the highlighter called Champagne from the white palette and see how it looks. Ooh, a lot of kickback. Ooh, yeah, that's really pretty. I'm gonna apply some on my eyes. And I'm gonna take the one from the green palette. This highlighter is called Warm Gold. I don't see any warmth in here. It looks pretty much like the champagne one. I really don't see any difference. Now I'm going to try out the highlighter from the purple palette. It's called Rose Gold. This is Rose Gold. I can see a little tint of rose in there, but it's not super noticeable. Now I'm going to take the bronzer from the purple palette. So it is darker. Here's the bronzer from the purple palette. This is the white palette, the green palette, and then the purple palette. This bronzer is called Cool Bronze, and I can definitely see that it's a cooler shade. This blush is called Rose Luster. This is the blush from the purple palette. I'm not sure why Tarte did this, but everything looks so similar to each other. It kind of like forces you to give everything away as a gift because it's so similar. Other than the bronzer, I felt like the bronzer went from lighter to a little bit deeper and deeper. They could have done something similar with the highlighters and the blushes, going from light to medium to dark, but I don't know what they were thinking with these cheek palettes. I do want to try out the blush from the purple palette on my cheeks, so I'm gonna clean this off. It's smoother than the matte blush for sure. Not super pigmented, but it applies pretty evenly and smoothly. Yeah, I would say it's pretty smooth. I like this one. I'm gonna take a little bit of the bronzer from this palette. Yeah, this is definitely darker and cooler. So the bronzer was darker than the other palettes, but the blush was not more pigmented. So I really don't know what kind of thought went into these palettes. I'm gonna try out the highlighter, Rose Gold, and see how it looks. I'm not seeing much of a difference. I feel like it's maybe not as blinding as the other one. I would say the blush is kind of like a pink neutral instead of like a brighter pink that was in the white palette. Here's the white palette. This one is the purple palette. So the white palette is definitely a little bit more pink, and the purple palette blush is a little bit more neutral. So the white palette one is called Pink Luster, and then the purple one is called Rose Luster. Overall, I would say that the highlighters are very similar to each other, except that the purple palette highlighter was not as blinding. And when it comes to the blushes, I did not like the matte blush in the green palette. I felt like it was a little bit patchy and blended off very easily. But the blushes in the white palette and the blush in the purple palette applied pretty nicely. They look very smoothly. Here is the purple palette, here's the white palette. They look good. They have a little bit of like a glitter in there, not like super grainy glitter. It's pretty fine glitter, so it does give you a beautiful sort of smooth sheen and luster to your cheeks. And the bronzer formula seems to be good. The bronzer, I applied 2 of them, and both of them applied really nicely on my forehead and my cheeks. Nothing patchy or anything. And as you guys saw, the bronzers went from the lightest color in the white palette to a medium color in the green palette, and then a little bit darker in the purple palette. And it was also cooler tone in the purple palette. I do really like the packaging of these. I think the packaging is super cute, and it could make a nice gift if you were to throw this in a basket with other makeup, if you were giving a bunch of makeup in a makeup basket sort of gift. If you wanted this for yourself because you're getting it at a cheaper price, there's not a whole lot of variety between the palettes other than the bronzers. So one blush was a little bit more pink versus neutral. So, I mean, they're okay. Highlighters, I feel like they were pretty similar to each other. I wish there were more differences between the highlighters. But overall, not super bad. I feel like I feel the same way as I did with the other palette, where I'm not blown away, I'm not amazed, but at the same time, none of them made me feel like it's a bad product. Hope this video was helpful for you guys. My final thoughts: if you are giving each palette individually to different people, I think it would make a decent gift. Again, I did not like that matte blush, but everything else, the highlighters, the bronzers, they applied pretty nicely. Thank you so much for watching. I will leave the affiliate links down below if you are interested in shopping for these. And if you do use my links, I would really appreciate that so much because it will help support my channel. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you next time. Thank you. Bye.